Hey guys, I hope everybody is doing well. So we're going to kind of skip around a little bit. This week, I would like to finish up some stuff in Chapter 10, but that's some stuff that's a lot more hands-on and kind of fun, and I would really like to do that in person with you all next week. So we're going to go ahead and jump to Chapter 11, and we're going to start talking about similar figures. Today, I really just want to go over solving proportions. That way, in the next video later this week, I can go through what similar figures are, and we can easily set up and solve those proportions. So remember, a proportion is just two ratios that are equal to each other. And when we're solving them, that means we have one part that is unknown. So let's say, for example, we have something like x over 5 is equal to 9 over 15. Right, so we can kind of easily see that, since 5 times 3 is 15, we would do 3 times 3 to get 9. But let's talk about how to mathematically solve this equation. I think a lot of you have learned this as like the butterfly method. So you're going to multiply these two, and set the blue equal to the red. So x times 15 is 15x. And then 9 times 5 is 45. And then now we're going to use our algebra skills to solve for x. So since 15 is multiplied by x, we will then divide both sides by 15 to get x by itself. So x is going to be equal to whatever 45 divided by 15 is, which is 3. Right, so this works no matter where your variable is. So let's say we have another example of 2 over y equal to 3.5 over 14. Right, so again, same method, right? Multiply. I call it cross multiplication. That's what it's most commonly known as. So like 2 times 14 is 28. And y times 3.5 would just be 3.5y. So remember, your variable always goes after your number. We're going to solve now. Divide by 3.5 on both sides. Right, so y is going to be equal to 8. Right, again, you can use a calculator or a calculator app since we're home to do some of these more interesting divisions, or if you want to work them out by hand, that is perfectly fine as well. And even some that are a little bit more complicated and have a couple variables in them. So let's look at one of those. So let's say we have 2z over 4 is equal to z plus 1 over 3. So again, we're going to be multiplying. Right, we're going to multiply this way and that way. So 2z times 3, so we're going to multiply the 2 and 3 and get 6z. And then on the other side, we're going to have 4 times z plus 1. So you want to make sure and put this entire quantity in parentheses, and we will have to use our distributive property, so we're going to have to multiply that 4 to both parts there. So we have 6z is equal to 4z plus 4. We want to get z by itself, so I'm going to move this 4z over by subtracting since it's a positive, because positive 4z minus minus 4z cancels that out, so it gets rid of that. 6z minus 4z is 2z, right? Subtract the coefficients, just bring down your variable, and you're left with a 4. Now, just like we did before, we're going to divide both sides by 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Right, so even when there's lots of steps, you can still solve those proportions for a variable. All right, so that is probably as complex as we will have to get for right now. So just today, all you have to do is take these notes. We're going to kind of keep it light this week. Tomorrow, we'll have a practice page on solving proportions. Then Wednesday, we will get into applying these to geometry, so applying them to similar polygons.